and welcome to episode 49 of the Custom Club with Walkley Wanderers. Right, let's go straight to the good news, shall we? We've stayed up. We are safe in 12th place, and a massive push at the end of the season has got us there. Wow, what a game to keep us safe. This was basically the moment. Okay, so we bought Michael Bell, if you can remember. We bought Michael Bell from Manchester United, sold him off, brought Jonathan Skinner into the club, sold Jonathan Skinner, brought back Michael Bell, and then this happens in the game. Just the most insane match you could ever imagine. So, Cicillo, actually, to be fair, Raman Cicillo, he's got onto it now. He started clicking at the front of our attack, which is nice to see. He's getting the goals. We'll have a look at the end of season stats after we check out some of these games, because it's not just this game that we need to see, because wow, what is going on? The Swansea match, last game, 5-0. How worrying at this point. Middlesbrough just scored a headed goal as well. Jonathan Skinner, unbelievable in the air. And I think they've also got Jonathan Mateu, who was an ex-Walkley player. So yeah, of course, Jonathan Skinner's going to score a headed goal. This is the new Walkley Stadium, by the way. It's a bit bigger. Yeah, the animations, the look of it has got a bit better. So I think I bring on Michael Bell maybe in the second half. He might have been on all game, to be honest, but we usually bring him on for the second half. Julic might have been it. I don't know. I can't remember, really. Because I did this after I recorded episode 48, so Bell hits it into the front post. I did this after episode 48, but because I'd done a lot of Football Manager episodes, I needed to actually upload a Youth Squad Legends before we got into Football Manager again. Excuse the telephone if you can hear it. But Michael Bell, in the last moments, that is an incredible goal to score. And the last few seconds, can we actually see it again? So, 3 added minutes, and then it's just like, turn, have that, top corner, I'm better than Skinner, thank you very much. And yeah, that was basically the one that kept us safe. Not going to go over the transfers, although, my God, look at this guy. Yeah. Even though he's a bit injured. But who cares? I mean, wow. So, he's coming into the club next season. You just have to wait for that. So, let's go into the fixtures again. You'll notice that we had another 3-2 win here. Haris Julic scoring the last goal. But what? 5-0 against Swansea? This is mad. Olandini scored in the 4th minute and the 5th minute. And they were both very similar goals. Wakefield, I think he actually gets 2 assists in this match. Where he's growing into his position on the left-hand side. There he is, Olandini, coming down at the back post again. And Swansea were dead. In 5 minutes, Swansea were out of it. Gonçalves crosses in. And yeah, it's just an awful own goal. Franklin made that mistake. Julic in, bang, Cicillo makes it 4. This is before half-time. We were just dominating it. I thought we were going to go on and score 6, 7, 8. But, in fact, there was just a 5. So, Gonçalves, Bell, and the top corner stuff as well, which is really nice to see. And, yeah. I said that we were going to finish about 14th. We're actually finishing... The less we can finish is 13th, which is good. Although that's probably not going to happen either, because looking at Hull's goal difference, I don't think that's going to happen. I think we'll be 12th, 11th if we can do anything against Everton, although that is a whole entire different ball game. But the end of season form hasn't been too bad at all. Now, I must say that I'm going to work very shortly after this episode, so I won't be searching for former teams like I did last episode. But I have seen your suggestions, and I'll try and write down a list of players that we need to have a look at. We'll go stats, and we'll go league stats. So, top goal scorer Haris Julic has got 15. Michael Bell's got 14. Cicillo gaining momentum now with 9. Assists 14 for Alandini. But we are not going to loan him out again. We're just not. Because if we go to the assistant reports, obviously Alandini is amazing, but Bigliotti is not that far behind. And of course, he is our player. So, and they're the same age. It looks like Bigliotti's got a better potential. So I'm thinking, yep, it is time. It is time to say goodbye to Alandini, unfortunately. Hopefully they don't do a Chelsea on me, Verona, because remember when we had Ronaldo here on a loan deal? Not the Ronaldo, but Ronaldo was in... There we go. So this Ronaldo from Chelsea, he got sold to Fulham. I were asking for him. I was like, I'm really interested in this player. How much do you want for him? And they're like, oh, about 40 million. Guess how much they actually sold him to Fulham for? 1.9 million. 1.9. If I knew that, I would have bought him straight off. Not even thought about it. He is well worth that. He's 7 million now, estimated value. Crazy stuff. I was so annoyed at Chelsea for that. What can you do? It's just if you're at the right place at the right time, like when we bought Michael Bell from Hull. Alright, is there any more stats that we need to show? Yellow cards. Alberto Castro's had 10 yellow cards on loan at Verona. Wow. 2 red cards. Lloyd Reeves is the only guy who's got sent off in the whole season for us. That's not bad. Average rating is John Mills with a 7.31. But look at this. We look at Chris Franklin, who's made 25 appearances, 2 off the bench. 7.19 average rating. He is a monster. He's a machine, and his estimated value is more than what we paid for him. So now he is good value for money. Right now, he has become the good value for money. The complete risk that he was. But you know what? I do scout players a long time before we even make a purchase. Especially one what was so risky to say that we only had, about 7 million in the bank. Alright, well actually, if you have a look at our finances right now, you can still see we are rising significantly, even though we're in our own stadium. And I try and make a board request for our expansion on the new stadium, and they rejected it for the first time. And I'm like, lads, you've got so much money. You've actually got money for a change. Let's do this. Expand the stadium again. Let's go to the Don Valley and make even more money. Unfortunately not. I will be pestering them during the summer holidays. Yeah, summer holidays, because I'll be on holiday. Because I'm a manager of the team that's not even playing. So I do need a relaxation. But man, it was so annoying that they've expanded it, and expanded it, and expanded it. And then the first time that we've actually had money, they've decided not to expand it. And we've actually... Our fan base has grown significantly. It's very strange. So yeah, who could actually be playing their last game for the club? Trevor Bell? Do we play Trevor Bell? Nah. Ashley Price. I do like Ashley Price. Let's play him. He's worth a game. And Jerkio. Alright, that's it. I wish that Jerkio stayed on, was happy with a squad place, but he wants to play first team football. Who can really deny him? He's a pretty decent player, and he's Premier League standard, to be honest. Even though he's low Premier League standard, he could go into another first team. Oh, look at that! We're playing in green shorts today with a yellow stripe. This is so weird. Like the shirt that we've had this season, we've had 3 different short options. We've had white and black. That's the normal short options. But then we have this green with a yellow stripe. And I don't even know where it comes from. Well, actually I do. It's the away shirt. Because that's green and yellow. So that's where it's come from. And yeah, one more season with Umbro. The home shirt for next season is violent. That's all I can really say. It's the worst shirt that Umbro have manufactured for us. And yes, of course, I made it, but just make a storyline out of it. That's the best thing. But yeah, it's not great. It's not great. It's a total mess of a shirt. What can you say? Umbro have been quite nice to us. They made decent shirts, but yeah, you'll just have to wait for the next season to watch us play in that atrocity. It's something you might like it. I just think it's a murder on the eyes. So we're getting smashed. Oh, they've hit the post. As you expect, they are Everton. They are a better team than us. 6th place in the table. They've gained 63 points. I'm actually really chuffed a bit. We nearly got 50 points on the board. And in the end, I know obviously we had much troubles at the start of the season. Right, going up to about March, actually, we were still struggling. But in the end, we got ourselves out of that trouble. We got ourselves out of that shit. And we've actually survived by quite a margin. Go on! Julich, bang! 1-1 at Goodison. Yes! 20th goal of the season for Harris Julich. It's not time to change things. I don't usually do episodes really close to actually going to work, but I'm doing it for a reason, because this summer I need to have full concentration in the transfer window. Own goal, Walkley are leading. So this year I've got to have full concentration in the transfer window. I can't rush it, basically. Ashley Price, he's got himself an assist in probably his last game, which is quite nice. So hopefully when we come back at the start of the new season, I'll have done the right transfers and I'll have took my time on it. I'll do it through the night, actually, to be honest. That keeps me up until 4 AM, definitely. So this is the start of the second half. Let's make our first sub. That is not how you make the first sub, everybody. Make sub, and of course, as soon as I click that, they've got a highlight. Orlandini is injured. Oh, we don't have our other right mid. Right, Ashley Price can go there. Cicillo left mid, and then we'll bring on Pizzapia up front. Actually, I tell you that as well. Eva Sanchez has done all right. He's been brought in. Played him strike a couple of times. People are like, he's got decent finishing, so you've got to play him strike. So there you go. Playing him strike, not doing too bad. The only thing, I think he's going to be better as a centre mid because of his technical stats. That's what I'm thinking. But of course, I go and do a substitution, and immediately Everton have equalised in the highlight that I actually stopped. Excellent. And every time I do one of these episodes, I'm thinking, I've got to buy a new chair. I've got to buy a new chair. I've got to buy a new chair, because this thing creaks like a fucking bitch. And it's broken. It's been broken for about 3 months. Seriously, it's got like string on one side, just holding it together. It's actually the first thing that was bought out of YouTube monies, but it's nasty. It's been made nasty, and of course We are down 3-2 at Everton. We've actually given this a really good go. Which makes it even more of a shame that we're losing. What can we bring on? Hurst can come off. Cobb can go to the right back spot. I've been training him up as a right back because of the transfer that I've made. I showed you earlier on in this episode. So Patrick Cobb has been trained as a right back because he can play with either foot. We've got that left back coming in, and we've also got Ross Murray developing into a fine young player. So yeah, not too bad. I've got diversity there. I've got people who can play in a range of positions. Go attacking for the last 20 minutes as I move my chair and hopefully it stops creaking there. Don't. Oh, it's in. And it's done. 4-2. I mean, he's still not bad. Like, the away trip to Goodison is going to be difficult, but we're going to finish 12th, which is amazing. Oh, don't make it more. Lads, I mean, come on. We had fun at 2-1, didn't we? Oh, why? What a save, son! Wow! Wow! Oh, that is a machine save. Oh, and of course, yeah, great spot by you guys. The Southampton keeper at 5 foot, whatever. I'm not interested in him. I can't believe that I've been looking at him for that long and didn't check the height. That's usually the first thing that I do. Oh, he's done it again! White is being a god. There's a Brazilian keeper that I'm actually interested in, but he's going to be very expensive. All his reports so far have been magnificent. He's only 6 foot though. Which that's so weird as well, because I know the height of that guy, but I didn't know the height of Agnew. Very strange. It doesn't matter what result this is. 4-2. We scored twice at Goodison Park. That's the positive. The main thing is that we've stayed up, and we've done that in some style. 12th place, I thought we were going to finish 14th. So we've done even better than what I thought we were going to do. Mad and magic. Who's actually won the Premier League? Oh, yes. Man United won 5-0. Well, it looks like Manchester United have actually won it. Woo! That's actually amazing. Wow. Congratulations to Manchester United, because they had such a bad team and had a bad atmosphere going into this season. I think they finished like 11th last season. Like, I've actually noted it a couple of times in the episodes how bad Manchester United have been throughout the course of this save, but I've gave them Depay, which is good. I've gave them Memphis, key player. But this guy has to have a lot of credit. He's come in, managed the team a lot better than the managers beforehand, and they have actually won the Premier League. Well done to them. That is big. So, players, team of the year, none from ours. The Manchester United managers won the manager of the year. Yeah, it's alright. Just have to check. They've won it. 38 games played, 77 points. Not a very high point total, but I mean, it's a win. They have won. I think they've won it for the first time in the save, haven't they? 20. Yeah. Look at that. They finished last season 11th, and they've gone on to win the title this season. Memphis Depay is a massive player in this save. I mean, obviously, if you've played Football Manager, you'll know that anyway. Football Manager 2015. Yeah, fantastic stuff. That is, obviously, as a Manchester United fan, it's nice to see, and it's very surprising because obviously I've not took interest in the top. I've just been zoned into this particular portion right here. Sheffield Wednesday has stayed up, so We've got some derbies to do next season. Hull have stayed up, which is nice. It means that Michael Bell will have another chance to redeem himself against his former club. Yeah, all is good. That ends a really successful season for not just Walkley, but for me in personal reasons, because obviously Manchester United are my favourite team. Right, that's it. Hopefully, I see you at the start of the next season where we don our absolutely disgusting new kits that I haven't shown you yet, and I don't really want to show you, to be fair. Oh, board set initial budgets. Yes. I can do a lot with that. Oh, fantastic. They're expanding it by another 5,750 seats, which means it's going to go over 10,000. It's still not as big as the Don Valley Stadium, but that is a step in the right direction, isn't it? 5,000 instead of 1,000 every year. Very nice. I'm actually quite worried, the stadium expansion, because as you might have known, that 2 of the sides of the stadium still haven't been built on. And I had the same problem with North Ferriby. Our first stadium, we had a two-sided stadium with the stands, but they never grew the other 2 stands. And we had to relocate eventually. But this stadium has an expansion of 100,000, 200,000. 200,000 is like ridiculous amount, but it's definitely 100,000. So hopefully all 4 stands are eventually built. And there we go. Let's hold a team meeting. Just say congratulations. Aiming for a mid-table finish. Everybody's happy about that. There we go. Excellent. Sorted. Everybody reacted very nicely to that. Mid-table finish. £69 million to play with in the next transfer window. It's going to be huge. We need to invest a lot. I have no doubt about that. There's a lot of places that need to be swapped and changed, and to be honest, at the start of the new season, it might actually hinder us because there'll be a lot more players, a lot of new players playing. But wow, get ready. That's a lot of money to play with, and that's the reason why you're very careful with your finances, everyone, because something like that happens. It's basically 70 million, isn't it? Wow. Excellent stuff. You know what, I'd like to see some of that being used to actually pay off all these bank loans. Whatever. This has been Cutsy. Thank you for watching this episode of the Custom Club. If you've enjoyed it, please give the video a like, and I will see you next time.